Going to be guarded by Rodney Hood, the transfer from Mississippi State. Hood is 6'8", 215. He's every bit as big as Wiggins and just about as athletic. That'll be a matchup to keep an eye on.
He did a great job down at Mississippi State, but they love him here at Duke. Mike Krzyzewski told me, he said our team is going to go around certainly Parker and Hood.
Wiggins misses the jumper and the rebound down to Parker.
That's the one thing people talk about. Can be streaky shooting the basketball. Bill Self told me, though, he shoots it better than what he anticipated.
Parker to miss, tapped back out. Jefferson underneath the basket. And he'll go. Definitely a more athletic team this year.
Yeah, they're going to run a lot more. They're going to pressure. They're going to try to force turnovers, create a lot of really the tempo their way to play up and down the court.
Rashid Suleiman, by the way, not starting again for Duke. He had 20 off the bench in their win over Davidson to begin the regular season. Tyler Thornton.
You can go to your bench against Suleiman. I think there's a lot of clubs in America. He'd be the #1 player.
Well, what a number the Blue Devils did on Davidson, winning 111-77. Had 4 players with at least 20 points.
Shot 70% as a team. And that's against a quality basketball team that's well coached.
That's Wayne Selden Jr., a freshman from Roxbury, Mass., who misses the 3. It's a young Kansas team. Wiggins is not the only freshman who will see a lot of playing time.
Well, you know, Selden rated very high. Marchad Ford has him in the top 13 in America in terms of rating for the NBA draft. Power guy, physical.
Thornton commits the foul. Let's take a look now at tonight's Sonic Showdown. And Kansas outstanding defense. Mentioned they intend to run a lot more this year.
You know why they were #1 field goal percentage? One of the key reasons. They had the anchor back there blocking shots. Yep. Jeff Withy. He came 1 block shot away from breaking a record of Tim Duncan.
Nadir Tharp with the point for Kansas. Off the glass, no good. Loose ball. And Thornton is fouled with the ball in an early 3-point lead. And forgive me, Tariq Black, number 25, is the guy who picks up the foul. Great ball movement and the lay-in for Quinn Cook.
Tell you, Cook, I think, is a key player. Played really great early last year. Remember, he's the star in that Battle of Atlantis when they beat Louisville. Went through a little shooting slump at the end of the year.
Cook, one of the most improved players in the ACC, if not in all of college basketball last year. Lob inside, and it'll remain with Kansas. 15 to shoot. The Kansas Jayhawks under Bill's Power Conference. That's remarkable.
That's remarkable. It's unbelievable. It's consistency. There's no question Bill Self will head to the Hall of Fame. I don't think there's any doubt whatsoever. Tom Izzo's another one. Billy Donovan.
Tharp at the point. A very important player for Kansas this year. 2-man game with Tariq Black. Grad student transfer from Memphis. Good ball movement, and Ellis with the lay-in. What a feed by Selden.
Done a great job reversing the basketball. Selden, a power guy. They told me before the game that Ellis has improved so much from last year.
And that's a habit that players have under Bill Self. They come in maybe as little-used freshmen, and by the time they're juniors and seniors, now he'll have his one-and-dones and guys that he loses quickly, but boy, do they develop.
Did a great job in that last possession. Good.
So Bill Self has to go to the bench already, and he brings in Jamari Traylor, a 6'8 sophomore who's from here in Chicago.
He's very athletic. I mean, he's a high riser, can really sky and get up on the rim.
Number 4 Duke, number 5 Kansas. We're just about 3 minutes in. Michigan State defeating Kentucky in the first game as Duke turns it over. Tharp behind the back.
Bad pass.
Rolled off his fingertips. I think he lost the
game. Losing those seniors, Kelly, Curry, really outstanding plays, and Plumlee, obviously.
They scored 47 points per game between them. Another Duke turnover, but they get it back. Shot clock did not reset. Wide open. Corner 3, Rodney Hood.
Tell you, they love Hood. He's like the Mike Krzyzewski. He just raves about him. Came out from Mississippi State, transferred.
Ellis left it a little bit short. And now here's Parker. He can do this. He leads him up the floor. Cook, a quick trigger for 3. Maybe a shot that Mike Krzyzewski won't love. And back come the Jayhawks. Only to turn it over. A little ragged here in the early going. Parker. Hood calmly steps in, misses the 3, and down with the rebound is Selden. Everybody just needs to take a deep breath. There's a lot of emotion, but maybe a little bit of jitters for some of these guys playing in a game of this magnitude. Although Selden, who's a freshman, looks as calm as anybody out there.
Yeah, no jitters out of him. Look at that body. Very physical, very tough. Rated very high. They love his toughness.
And a foul away from the ball going against the Jayhawks to take us titles. Duke's been in the top 10 115 consecutive weeks.
Wow.
Only UCLA has ever had more conference titles in a row or more weeks ranked in the top 10. Quinn Cook with a floater, and the lead is 5.
Nice little cut without the ball by Cook. The Wizard of Westwood. He did a little winning.
Not bad.
A pyramid of success.
Here's Wiggins spinning. And it will not go, but he dropped into first team preseason All-American. The foul was before the shot. Josh Hairston is into the game for Duke.
Seems like Hairston's been around for years. Rebounder, can hit the offensive glass.
Rashid Suleiman has checked into the game for the Blue Devils as well. Here's Tharp, still going. Nobody stops him, and he floats it in.
Nobody rotated over to cut off the driving lane. Tharp able to penetrate, get in the lane. Can't reach in. Know the new rules right now. They're going to blow that whistle. You better play good defense, positioning defense.
You like it? You like the change?
Yeah, I really do, because I think what's going to do allow a lot more rhythm to the game, a little more fluidness. If I were coach, I would have my players lock their arms behind their back and have to play 5-on-5, half-court defense, play without their hands, to learn how to move their feet.
Parker misses the pull-up. Wiggins rips down the rebound. And a good job by Parker at the defensive end to take it away. He read that pass, but then he made a poor decision. Duke by 3, Parker to the bench, Emil Jefferson back in for the Blue Devils. You get the feeling both of these coaches are obviously really excited about the prospects their teams have, and they're really looking forward to. They like the people they have, and they're so curious to find out what these teams might turn into.
Well, absolutely. Talking to both coaches, they said, hey, come and see us in January, February. We're going to be outstanding. And the same with Kentucky. I know Kentucky lost that game, but I'm going to tell you what. You're going to want no part of that team come off shown tonight, and they lost to a quality team in Michigan State.
Bill Self said last night at an event, it's Traylor, beautiful feed, and Wiggins jams it home.
That's his first basket. That's a collegiate, and it will not be his last. Oh, that's to say it.
It's their second game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Third basket tonight.
Yeah, tonight. First time tonight. In the big showdown.
In the big showdown.
The big showdown.
He had 16 in their win over Louisiana Monroe on Friday.
It's the big showdown, though. First one tonight.
First basket with you in the house.
Yeah.
Let's boil it down.
I got a turnover. Give me a turnover.
1-point game. Jefferson the handoff. Hood the drive. Rejected by Traylor.
He's an athlete. He's a shot blocker.
Wiggins again. Lost it. Traylor running the floor. Finishes.
And that's what Traylor does well. That athleticism. I'll tell you something else about both Wiggins and Parker. They are very unselfish players. They're all about the team concept and about winning.
First lead for Kansas. Cook barely grazes the rim on the 3. To the other end.
Well, he deserved it. You know, last year he blocked like 26 shots, played limited minutes.
He has given Bill Self great minutes since coming into the game after Tariq Black picked up 2 quick fouls, but now Cameroon, 7-footer, volleyball player as a kid, didn't play organized basketball until he was 16 years old. And here he is as one of the top incoming freshmen, as Marshall Plumlee is fouled. But Embiid is a guy you talk.
He's projected number 3 in the draft.
Wow.
Think about that potential.
He's on Marshall Plumlee, the youngest of the 3 Plumlee brothers, with Mason and Miles both now having used up their eligibility and moving on to the pros. Suleiman, Alex Murphy had that partially blocked.
As it looked, the first half was total domination. I think when you look at the combination, Payne and Harris outstanding for Michigan State.
Appling had a very good second half, and Michigan State hung on to beat Kentucky by 4. Plumlee fumbles away the pass. Michigan State hung on to beat Kentucky by 4. Plumlee fumbles away the pass. Now here's Frank Mason. And Parker rejects Brandon Green, 6 freshmen who figure to be in the rotation for KU.
You know, Frank Camp can shoot the basketball. You know, look at Duke as well, very young basketball team.
Gamble by Embiid. Plumlee's got it. Parker for 3. Yes! And he'll be heading to the line. Unusually special freshman class.
Absolutely.
And this is one of those years.
It really is. Even though I think the best class I've ever seen was the Sampson, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Dominique Wilkins class. That was certainly special back in 79 and 80.
Back and forth they go. Duke by 1. Selden, jump stop, off the glass and good. Tough shot, and he has been outstanding so far tonight.
Very impressive. Living up to the bill. You can see he's got that power, that physique.
At 8 points, 4 assists in Kansas's opening game win over Louisiana Monroe. But Parker is feeling it here in his hometown.
Jabari Parker, inside-outside player. Duke's got to keep Kansas away from transition, because that's where Wiggins excels.
The handoff to Selden, and he's fouled by Thornton. And Bill Self just said it. Be more aggressive. Don't drift. Don't blend in. Be more aggressive.
I think it's a little bit of his unselfishness, too. He waits for the game to come to him.
Embiid misses on the jump hook. There's Wiggins with a rebound and hits.
He's got a great first step. He really does. He's got that explosive once he starts rising. They may get good news, either one of these programs, on Friday, 4 o'clock. 2 great high school players. The #1 in the country right here from Chicago, Okafor, and Tyus Jones of Minnesota going to make an announcement on ESPNU.
Rashid Suleiman.
Can't keep him on the bench. He's too offensively skilled. He has so many skills, so many big games last year.
Just a sophomore, had an outstanding freshman season. Wiggins now defended by Alex Murphy. Trying to drive on him, pulls up, too strong, runs it down. Shot clock didn't reset, didn't hit the rim. Selden looking inside. Ellis the extra pass off Embiid.
Winner, Mrs. Parker. And Sonny was an outstanding player. Played at Texas A&M. Got picked in the first round. Played for the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, ironic that both Parker and Wiggins' dads played in the NBA. Jefferson rejected by Embiid. Whoa.
Can't teach that size and that agility. He's going to get stronger, get a little bit better skills.
Boy, and is Ellis working hard for position and making plays down low for Kansas.
You can see confidence in his game, the way he posted on the interior. You didn't see that last year.
Sophomore out of Wichita. Emil Jefferson restores the 3-point lead.
That was Hood's creation off the bounce. Did a great job getting in the lane. See, that's when this Duke club is going to be outstanding. They're going to beat you off the bounce and create opportunities.
Embiid draws the double team. Nice look inside to Wiggins.
Great cut without the ball by Wiggins, but the great look from the young kid. I'm telling you something, what potential he has.
Boy, you wouldn't look at him and say he's only been playing basketball 2 or 3 years.
Played volleyball.
Yeah, you mentioned him playing volleyball. And here's a foul going on Wiggins. Again, one of those fouls that might not have been called last year, but they're a guy that Mike Krzyzewski thinks so much of. He's a redshirt sophomore.
Made him a captain.
And made him a co-captain. I mean, last year he redshirted, and he's a co-captain this year.
Mike raves about him. When he talked to him on the phone, he saw a team's going to be built around 2 guys, Hood and Parker.
Hood deflects it as we check in with Andy Katz.
So many players, as you guys know, are getting those waivers to play immediately without sitting out the just seriously work on his game, something that we don't hear too often now. Everyone wants the immediacy. He actually wanted to sit out and become a better player.
Hey, Andy, you mentioned about some players getting waivers, some guys allowed to play.
1-point lead for Duke, 9:04 to go with Andy Katz, Dick Vitale. I'm Dan Schulman to Game 2 of the State Farm Champions Classic from a sold-out United Center, where it feels and looks like there are more Kansas fans and sounds like there are more Kansas fans than any of the other 3 schools as the Jayhawks go back on top.
Well, not that far, you know, down there to Chicago. Get to the beautiful Windy City.
We mentioned this in the first game. This series, the Classic, has been renewed for 3 more years. Next year in Indianapolis, 2 years from now back here in Chicago, and 3 years from now in New York City as Hood puts the Blue Devils on top.
He's really assertive, Hood. He's another guy just like Parker that can do many things. They're all about the team. They're all about the team concept.
Selden slips. Green. Yes!
He is a shooter. Catch the ball and shoot it. And he showed why right there. And you got to think a lot of these kids were playing high school basketball a few months ago. Here they are on a collegiate level, a big building, national TV. And they're not nervous. They're like Dan Schulman. Relax.
What a pass by Hood. How in the world did he find Jefferson?
Jefferson's going to get a lot of deuces around the basket, hanging around with the penetration ability of guys like Hood and Cook.
And Rodney Hood, if he's not already, is going to be a household name very, very soon, playing for a program like Duke's and with the ability that he has.
You mean Duke's going to get some PR?
I think they
get some TV coverage?
You might give him a little. I've heard that.
You did?
I've heard that. Embiid. Green again, almost behind the backboard, he knocks it down.
Catch the ball and shoot it. That's his forte, and he's doing it very, very well. Catch and shoot guy.
Made a three, he's made a two. Kansas by 2.
Two great programs. What tradition. Tremendous players over the years. See those jerseys, and all you think about is greatness.
Parker, step back 3. And Embiid down to the rebound, and now Kansas looking to push. Selden. High off the glass and got it.
They're going to be a good transition basketball team. You can see that. And you can see when Embiid gets more experience, what a vital factor he is going to be. The Rock Chalk faithful really jumping with joy.
And Cook fouled by Tharp.
I saw Chris Mullin before. He took him in a class. He was in a class in 1981-82 with some fair players. Patrick Ewing.
Heard of him?
Michael Jordan.
Not bad.
Nice pass.
Ellis from Selden.
Tell you one thing, Ellis is going to have a big year. Came out strong at the end of the year. In fact, I believe he made the all-tournament team at the end of the season.
And interesting, Wiggins is still on the bench. He does have 6 points. As the wing 3 won't go for Matt Jones, a freshman out of DeSoto, Texas, number 13 for Duke.
He played with Randall on the AAU circuit. Jones, really a good shooter, a guy that they really impressed with his defensive ability.
And now away from the ball, we've got a full off the bench, and he's playing well. Maybe the reason why Wiggins is still on the bench right now.
I mean, Bill Self raved to me about his team. He really did before the game. So we're going to be good. We're going to be good. I love coaches that got that positive attitude.
Green, not shy. Misses this one, and Parker down with another rebound for Duke. Parker getting a huge ovation pregame because he's from here when he was introduced, and he'll get another big ovation right now.
Using the left hand right there with the strong drive to the goal. Remember, the kid had a lot of injuries, had that foot injury. Took him a while to get back. Came from a high school that's really produced so many outstanding players. Simeon
had 22.6 rebounds in the win over Davidson on Friday. Ellis, patient, knocks it down. How improved is he from a year ago?
He really has improved big time. He's got that bounce in his step. He's got that star quality now.
The minutes are there with all 5 starters leaving, and Ellis is making the most of it. Suleiman is tripped. All 3 officials putting up their arm.
So you got to get part of the game. You better adjust.
And if you go back and watch a game, say on Classic, a game from the 70s or the 80s, it wasn't played with the mugging that we have started to see in recent years. It was played more like what they're trying to get it back to now. Parker, look at this.
Are you serious? Are you serious, America? Remember the name, Jabari Parker. That's his mom. I got a picture and a hug from her, Danny Schulman. It's going up on Twitter and Facebook, Danny.
He's going to get a hug from her at the end of the night after that play. He's into double figures already.
He's such a big-time performer. His high school produced guys like Nick Anderson, Derrick Rose, Bobby Simmons, Deion Thomas.
He might be the best of the bunch by the time it's all said and done. 10 to shoot.
Derrick Rose is pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. he might be the second best of the bunch by the time it's all said and done. Here come the Blue Devils in transition. Cook loses it. Ball still loose. And they will tie it up to take us to a timeout.
Taco guy, Mr. Parker.
Wiggins remains on the bench for Kansas. Been there for a long time. And Hood travels. Points, 3 rebounds in 9 minutes, but either Bill Self saw something he didn't like, or he liked the way Brandon Green was playing, although Green has now gone to the bench and Wiggins still hasn't come back in. Andrew White, the third, number 3, is into the game, and that was White who just drew the foul back. Obviously, the Cowboys look like they're going to be one of the elite teams in the conference and maybe in the country. That'll be a great matchup.
Well, you know, Marcus Smart certainly a talent, and he said, I love this one quote, you know, getting all the publicity, the guy's got to prove it. Come on, floor. That's why when I pick my All-American teams, I don't pick kids out of high school. To me, post, let them earn it. Let them earn it.
Ellis is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And for Duke in the matchups up near the top of the ACC.
Well, no doubt the ACC is the #1 conference in basketball. But don't get me started about the geographic insanity that's taking place with all these conferences. It's wacky out there. It makes no sense. It's all about money, money, money.
Parker stripped on the way out. Hairston, though, with a putback.
And that's what Hairston does. We saw that a number of times last year. Come in, grab loose balls, offensive glass.
Embiid runs it down in the corner. And eventually the Jayhawks turn it over. Boy, Parker feeling it.
He's got touch. He's got touch. He's got size.
I thought, too, you see how different Michigan State is when they're healthy. When Gary Harris is healthy and when Brandon Dawson is healthy and Travis Trice is healthy. Payne. Leave here by Kansas. This is Mason driving on Cook, and there's a foul. And that is typical of a foul that may not have been called.
A Providence game with, I believe, was Providence and Boston College. And he talked all about that, like the flow of the game. But it's not really effective here because both these clubs have done a good job playing defense with their footwork.
The ball will stay with Duke. Well, how about last night, one of the other games with the big flow in that game? It wasn't all free throws. It was guys going up and down the floor, making shots.
See, the scoring's been down. Physicality's been out of control.
Suleiman, Mason stays with him. Parker elevates again and hits again. 19 for Jabari Parker.
What a show he's putting on in the Windy City.
And Duke is back on top. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Selden with a crossover. Tough shot, and Parker a rebound. He's doing everything. Hood. Stolen away by Mason.
Tell you what, Mason and Selden, they got two strong bulldog kind of guards.
Ellis, left hand, no. Tipped by Green, no. Ellis looking for help, finds Mason.
Great pass.
Great play by Perry Ellis.
He really did.
After Thanksgiving, they both got a win to get that far, but that would be on the 29th of November. Knocked out of bounds by Green.
Though you can take a mid-major, you can take a team against a heavyweight on a one given night, shock them with the three-point shot, with ability to make that three to change the game.
Jones is fouled. Match number of free throws so far, though both teams have committed 10 or more fouls. And Jones has got the reputation of being a very good shooter, missed both. The foul situation, until it gets sorted out, will test the depth of teams as well. You can't get by with 7 players anymore. Lob inside. Green baseline, lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, depth will definitely be a factor. You know, this guy has stepped in and they haven't missed a beat.
Headed to the Hall of Fame. He's won a national championship. It is a team that he thinks if they find their identity, stay healthy, they've got a chance to be there at the end this year. Cook. Challenging everybody. Good strong drive by Cook, and
they're going to be a lot better than people believe.
Got a little more size this year. Meeks and Hicks and new kids coming in.
They got Britt playing a little bit at the point, allowing Page to do some scoring.
Connor Frankamp is into the game for the first time. 6-foot freshman from Wichita, number 23 for Kansas.
And he can shoot it. His reputation, great long-range shooter.
Selden too strong. Rebound Embiid. Shot clock is off. They can hold it if they realize it. Bill Self is hollering one, and now it looks like Mason realizes, and they'll slow it down and set it up.
You know, I look at Embiid and his potential. What a special player he's going to be. They say he's got a great attitude.
Mason won't go, and it is somewhat uncharacteristically struggling from the line, just 6 of 12, and make it 13.
Got to make those free throws. When you play against quality teams, you got to convert on that free throw line.
White, good if it goes. And the first half, an surprise when you get programs of this caliber together that the games are so close.
You know, I really think we've seen this quality basketball this early in the year, and I'm also going to go on record here. You're going to watch Wiggins really pick it up now.
Well, a designed play as they come right out of halftime, and he picks it up, lays it in, ties the game.
He's that kind of player.
Wow.
You know, they had an article in Sports Illustrated said he was a little passive. See what he did the next game? He went for 57. 57.
He's a kid who apparently doesn't really feel all that comfortable with the attention that he's gotten, and he's got Wichita State.
What a program they got down here. Mr. Marshall and company. Cleanthony early. Terrific team. Last year went to the Final Four.
Some foul trouble in the first half. Limited some players for Kansas. Now Wiggins misses the three, and Rodney Hood skies for the rebound.
I think you're going to see Wiggins really assert himself offensively.
I think he was told to do that at halftime?
I think he knows within himself. He knows what the game, the trend is going. He sees the performance of Parker.
Lob. Parker!
Oh, look at those hands. Look at those hands. Is there any doubt he will have a rocking and rolling at Cameron Indoor Stadium?
And Ellis draws the foul. Jabari Parker. When that night against Kansas. Tarek Black, his minutes limited in the first half because of foul trouble. The transfer from Memphis. Selden, and he was looking for Wiggins on a lob. Selden comes down with it and banks it in.
He's going to be such a solid player at Kansas. I can see why they really rate him so high.
And it's back to a one-point game.
Terrific one-point game, two traditional programs.
Largest lead for either school has been 6. Cook, a deep three. Tharp, such a big piece of the puzzle as he becomes the starting point guard for the Jayhawks this year. Wiggins' pass is deflected.
Make sure you're a deep basketball team, and you want to make certain defensively that you're playing with great footwork and good positioning on the defensive end.
Here's Wiggins. In and out. And the rebound down to Parker. In and out. And the rebound down to Parker. Parker step back three again. A little bit short. Wiggins down with the rebound. Ahead to Ellis. Lays it in.
I really like Perry Ellis. I'm telling you people out there in Kansas, you are going to have a super South this year. This guy is determined to have a big-time year. Came in with a big reputation. And last year really did play to that. I think sometimes we're too quick to evaluate kids out of high school. We don't give them time to grow.
More of an opportunity this year. Made the most of his summer. Jefferson with a strong drive for the Blue Devils.
Same thing with Jefferson. Came in as a big-time reputation out of Philly. Last year, limited time.
Selden had a nice first half, knocked away by Thornton.
And then he fouled him.
Yep. And Thornton, a guy, you hesitate to call him a glue guy, but it's almost a cliche term, but he does so many little things for Duke, produces.
Can't shoot the long-range jumper. If I remember, see, my memory takes me back. I have a tougher time remembering what I did yesterday. But I think a couple of years ago, did he not hit two big threes?
In Maui, the 2011 championship game. Thrilling game. Duke leading the all-time series 7-2. And a corner three extends the lead. Traylor looking for it inside. Parker defending him. Selden. Still plenty of time to shoot for Kansas. Here's Wiggins. Knocked away. Thornton and Cook.
On a transition.
Right.
Because that's where he is really at his best. He excels in the open court.
Ellis for three. Got it!
He's doing it all. Ellis is doing it all. Ellis is doing it all for the Jayhawks.
What a performance tonight by the sophomore Perry Ellis to bring the Jayhawks back within one.
He's got a name that really reigns supreme in terms of headlines. Perry Ellis. Not Perry Mason, Perry Ellis.
Jabari Parker is fouled. And we have a timeout on the floor, 4 minutes into the second half here in Farm Champions Classic. Dan Schulman, Dick Vitale, Andy Katz, and the Game Day Gang. Duke leading Kansas 50-49. Jabari Parker, the freshman, leading all scores with 21 as Hood is hit hard on his way to the basket. Rodney Hood, a guy who's going to have a big go as he makes one of two.
You know, you think about what Coach K did with the Olympic team. Unbelievable. What he's done, he brought back that sense of pride, 2 Olympic gold medals, and now they're going to head for the 3rd in 2016. The combination of Colangelo and Krzyzewski has been dynamite.
Ellis off the back of the iron, rebound Parker. He is clearing the glass tonight as well.
He's got that great body.
Hood won't go. Ellis down with a rebound. Up and down the court they go. Mason the lob. Wiggins somehow laid it in.
That's Wiggins at his best. Run, baby, run. We talked about a little bit earlier. He excels in transition. That's why he'll be so good in the NBA. Getting up and down the floor.
Jefferson counted and a foul on Traylor. Curry, Kelly were such big factors for so long for the Blue Devils. Wiggins using the screen, foot on the line, misses the shot. Ellis saves it. No, it lands on the sideline. So it's
Jake. We sat in a room all alone with him and talked to him, and he was terrific to talk to.
But a quiet kid, right?
Very quiet. Very quiet. He just wants to play basketball. He's not into all the other stuff.
Parker the turnaround.
I want to basically say he's not a hot dog like I am.
So he did more listening on ESPN2.
I'm going to be my first trip to the Hilton Magical Coliseum. I can't wait. I spoke to the mayor, Freddie Hoiberg, the other day, and he's excited about his team. And Michigan's top 10. I mean, Robinson, McGarry, progress, and he's a tough kid. He may play sooner than people expected.
Embiid looking for somebody to give the ball to. Finds Mason, who's wide open. He's wide open. Cook still going and lays it in.
You got to stop the basketball. You got to stop the basketball. Mason allowed him to go right by him and go to the length of the court.
And Bill Self is not a happy guy.
Friday, because Friday, Paul Biancardi and his people on ESPNU, an announcement's going to be made by Okafor and Tyus Jones, and they're going to go in a package. And the choices are either Duke or Kansas. And both guys, Okafor's number 1 in the country, and Tyus Jones is number 4. So.
Well, Dick just mentioned the package deal, but part of the reason this can be a package deal is these players know that there's going to be some vacancies from these players that are going to leave to the NBA. So that's kind of a new twist in kind of package deals like this, where players know they're going to be able to get playing time that next year as freshmen.
The whole recruiting landscape has certainly changed in recent years as Ellis scores another basket.
They can't match up on him. They have nobody to contain him at all. Ellis on the freedom on the inside is really having a great, great night.
Right now, Wiggins matched up on Parker. We haven't seen that so far tonight. And Cook turns it over and then fouls Mason, who's real for Kansas, who's playing Parker. And you've got Parker and Hood, who could be a 3, who could be a 4. So interesting matchups. Nice feed.
As Ellis again. Nobody's guarding Ellis. I mean, somebody better find out from Duke that Ellis can play. I mean, he's wide open for layup after. Was broke by Frank, his teammate.
Hood. And he will shoot a couple. Here, 8 of the top 10
unbelievable
played in this building tonight. 5 for Kentucky, 2 for Kansas, and 1 for Duke.
Yeah, I read that Franny Fischella had it in the column today over in USA Today with Eric Prismal and Nicole Auerbach. Hey, talking about great classes, we're talking about this class. I mentioned the 79-80s, my favorite. 2007's a good class, too. Kevin Love, Blake Griffin, James Harden, Derrick Rose, O.J. Mayo. Not bad.
Not bad.
Kyle Singler.
Not bad. Mason knocks it down, and Kansas again back within 1. And Parker draws a foul. Parker, a nice stroke from the line.
He just has a great touch. He really does. For a big guy. Tom Izzo came so close, but in recruiting, finishing second doesn't help. Nice entry.
Selden with another good pass, and this time it's Embiid who finishes.
Hey, Dan, that kid is going to be a star. He is going to be special. He is going to be special. He's played basketball 3 years, as Dan said earlier. Was a volleyball player.
How did nobody find him before he was 16 years old? Reverse no. Here come the Jayhawks looking for the lead.
They like to run, baby. Oh. See, as he gets a little more experience, he would catch that ball right there and dunk that baby. He would dunk it. That would never come back out.
But a mismatch inside, really. Hood trying to body up on Embiid, giving up a lot of size.
He doesn't know how to post yet, though, Dan. He hasn't really familiar with that. Kept the ball alive there with a tip.
Nice look. Parker, no. Play continues. It's Wiggins.
Showtime. So quick. He bounces off the floor. He's like a Spalding pink ball. Bounce, boom, up. Up and away. He's the elevator man. This is November 12th. Are you serious? This is November 12th.
Think it's going to be a fun season?
Oh, wow.
Jefferson. Down with the rebound is Selden, doing a little bit of everything for the Jayhawks.
What will these teams be in a couple of months?
Mason. I think that was a pass for Embiid, but he thought a shot was going up and turned his back on him. Parker. And Wiggins gets back. Show all night long, 23 points, 7 rebounds. Wiggins getting in on the act here in the second half. He's up to 12 points, 5 rebounds. And Kansas has the ball and the lead. And Kansas has the ball and the lead. Mason juggles, gathers. Now he's in there with Tharp at the same time for the first time tonight. Boy, is that guy up?
Fear and company. They love their point guard, Ennis.
You see, Fair's a terrific player. You see Duke and Syracuse as the top 2 in the ACC right now?
Yeah, I wouldn't, don't count out North Carolina. I want to see them at full force. I want to see them with all their parts. I think you're going to have a big year out of North Carolina on McAdoo. And Page.
Wiggins on the bench right now for Kansas. Parker in the game for Duke. Cook is back into the point for the Blue Devils. Lobs it up, and the finish by Jefferson.
Jefferson's going to hang around a basket, and he's going to be a double-figure scorer because he is going to get all the little dishes from all the other guys that create and penetrate.
There's Ellis. He's had a big night, and it gets a little bit bigger.
See, Jefferson's going to be a better defensive player. I mean, that's the one area right now. Ellis has really been abusing him on the inside.
9 for 13, 21 points, 6 rebounds for Perry Ellis.
I can't get over the execution this early in the season.
Both teams are shooting over 50%.
With new players.
Parker a little bit out of control. Here comes Tharp. They've got numbers. And they turn it over.
That's a bad turnover right there.
And Tharp might find himself on the bench.
You got to play him with 3 fouls. You can't wait.
And Parker's on the bench for Duke right now. Wiggins finds himself on Thornton. White, who's a very good athlete for Kansas, is defending Hood. Hood, count it.
Big time play.
58 overall.
He'll be the first guy to win 1,000 in Division I.
Yep.
Right now, he's, I believe, 3 games behind Herb McGee, a terrific coach, but his combinations, Division II, etc. Hey, think about this, though. 62-1. He's also in, when you talk international play, lost to Greece.
Not bad.
Lost to Greece in 2006 in the semifinals.
And as you mentioned, he's re-up through 2016 as Josh Hairston is called for the foul.
He lost in the World Championship. And Mike, the one thing he's done, he brought back a sense of pride in wearing the USA uniform.
Well, Kansas, as Cook knocks it out of bounds, Kansas is so much bigger in certain spots. A 6'8" wing. And now it looks like
now he's rotating back over.
Now it's Thornton. So let's see if they send Wiggins down to the post, try to do something there. Looking for him. Missed the shot, followed it up.
Can't play with him in here. That's a total mismatch. Total mismatch, man. Too big, too quick.
Suleiman, he's had a quiet night.
Knocks
it down.
Kid from out of Houston.
And the lead changes hands again. Just the second make of the night for Rashid Suleiman. Again, Thornton trying to stay with Wiggins, but giving up so much size.
They got to get the ball to Wiggins inside. They got to get the ball into him. Dump it into him. Can't play him down in the box. Thornton's going to give you everything he has, but obviously it comes to a point, size and talent.
And it looks like right now Wiggins is looking for somebody to cover. He's on Suleiman at this end. We'll see who covers him at the other end. Suleiman a little shake and bake. Won't go. And the rebound down to Kansas. They're looking to push.
Well, Wiggins did a poor job defensively. He went what we call fourth man instead of getting over the top of that screen.
And Wiggins spins and draws another foul.
Memphis.
Wiggins makes them both. And Kansas back on top. First game tonight, Michigan State beat Kentucky 78-74. And this one even closer, 68-67. Jayhawks with 7:23 to go. That's the 17th lead change. Jefferson's heading to the free.
I think 5 people pay to come to see Wiggins play. People come to see the stars, not to see him on a sideline because for a whistle here and there. Bottom line is the game has gotten quicker, the bodies are bigger, the bodies are stronger, so why not go up 1 and make it 6?
Embiid, and he draws the foul and will shoot a couple. Bill Self was really hollering. Third foul on Parker. Embiid missed the first. And the second.
He's a real project. There's no question. He's got to get in there every day with the coaches, work on post moves inside, drop steps, agility. But he's got things you cannot teach. That size, mobility.
Turnover. Tharp. And a collision will give it to Duke.
I think they've done a good job here tonight, these 3. Really.
How long does Bill Self go with Wiggins on the bench? Kansas up by 1, 6:40 to go.
I think he waits for the 4-minute mark.
Tharp. Mason looking in for Ellis, and a push in the back. And three-point lead.
How impressive has he been? Mr. Ellis has been a star of stars for Kansas. Guys on Twitter burying me. Said, how could you leave our Rays? I didn't leave the Rays. The Rays were home. So I like Poppy and company. All right, let's get down to the game here.
Selden to a wide open Mason. Mason going inside again.
That's his game. Attack the rim, attack the rim. He knows his strength. His strength is not shooting the jump shot. So he bypassed an open jumper to take it to the goal.
And again, if you're a driver with the way that the fouls are being called right now, you've got an advantage. Parker drives and hits.
Parker showing again his versatility. They went through a little period of time here where he's been really quiet.
Still 25 points and 8 rebounds. Mason driving again.
Mason getting a lot of playing time. He's an attacker.
3 freshmen in the game right now for Kansas. None of them named Andrew Wiggins. Embiid for 3.
Wow. He's getting a lot of key minutes. Crunch time.
.5:15 to go. Duke looking for the lead again.
I think if Duke scores, you see Wiggins come off the bench.
Parker. Duke leads.
I think you got to see Wiggins come off the bench. Get a timeout. Parker likes the big moment, doesn't he? I mean, they were in trouble in the first half.
Back in the game. Parker is guarding him. 5 minutes to go. 1-point game.
Got to bring them on the floor. What a matchup right there. Number 1 against number 2 on a high school level. Wiggins wants the ball.
Down in the post.
He wants the ball against the strength of Parker.
Tharp drives and draws the foul.
Here really is when you look at teams with such a change in their lineup, so many new players, both clubs. Free throw line could be big coming down the stretch, Dan Shulman. Here we go. A lot of pride at stake. A lot of pride at stake.
Parker over Ellis. And a Duke foul.
On Wiggins.
No, on, Hood.
Can Oklahoma State, are they going to be good enough to stop that 9 years of winning the Big 12?
3-point game. Suleiman the drive. Banks it home and a foul.
I think you got to utilize the zone a little bit more to negate that driving ability. Keep people out of foul trouble. It's pretty tough for coaches when they really live with the man-to-man, like you look at Duke and Kansas, to make that. But I think it's got to be part of your defensive system. Hooks now with 4 fouls, playing Wiggins.
Ellis, and he draws the foul.
He said, it's not going to happen for Mr. Wiggins. 51 and 31 in his debut.
Meanwhile, Wiggins has 4. Parker has 4. Suleiman with a turnaround, and the game is tied again.
I'll tell you, Suleiman has really stepped up the last 2 possessions. He's been their offensive guy. He demonstrated a little bit of that last year. He was a little up and down.
Wiggins down in the post again. Hood defending him. Hood's got 4 fouls.
They double up on him.
Selden muscles his way in and will shoot a couple. Kansas by 2. Mentioned Parker and Wiggins have 4. Traylor, in addition, has 4. And for Duke, Thornton is fouled out already. And Hood's got 4 as well. Hood driving. Can't finish. Jefferson can.
Tell you one thing, Jefferson just doing a great job on the offensive boards. Actually, Kansas has dominated the glass here tonight.
Just the 4th offensive rebound of the night for the Blue Devils.
Okay, Kansas would be stronger on the glass.
Look at Mason. And tipped in by Selden.
Tell Selden with that great body again, gets to the inside. A great tip.
Boy, has he had a good night.
Yes, he has. What a great, unbelievable. 4 great teams early in the season. And here we're going down to the wire.
Suleiman, short.
Shot selection so big now. 2 factors big coming down the stretch. Shot selection and making free throws.
Ellis, and it looks like it was just a cramp. He's set to check back into the next opportunity for the Jayhawks.
They use that high screen well. They try to reverse the ball.
Wiggins down in the post again.
He really loves down in that box. He wants the ball in the post.
Traylor takes advantage of all the attention they were paying to Wiggins.
He's a Chicago kid. Very athletic. Not really skilled offensively, but he showed a nice move there to the basket.
Good defense by Traylor there. Now the drive by Suleiman. Yes.
They haven't been able to contain Suleiman late in the game here, but not in basketball right now. That's why in football you get ready for Alabama and Florida State. I know Buckeyes don't want to hear that. Right, here we go. See, there's Wiggins standing. It's easy to defend the guy that's stationary. You got to be active. He's got a great first step.
Step back jumper. Yes.
He's got a great first step. When he makes the shot consistently, the jump shot, and let me tell you, guy that played here, and they got a statue for him, Michael Jordan. He worked on improving his shot.
There he goes.
There he was in transition. They're dancing, baby.
Fouls out. Great night for him with 27 and 9. Kansas gets the ball back. 0-2 so far in this Classic. They lost each of the last 2 years. Duke won each of the last 2 years. So Bill Self looking better and better to pick up his first win in this tournament. And there's a foul on Suleiman and more free throws.
The elevator, and he was down. I did his very first game like this over in, well, he played when his first big-time game on television in New Orleans. And we went on the elevator, and you could see he was down. I said, son, smile. You are going to be special.
And wasn't he? Cook lays it in. 5-point game at a timeout taken by Mike Krzyzewski. His last timeout. Now
didn't like early.
Yep. Well, the 3 highest profile freshmen in Chicago tonight, and Julius Randle, Jabari Parker, and Andrew Wiggins, all of them 20 or more points.
Well, let me just say this. Both these teams are really going to be explosive offensively as well. And their fans are going to have a lot to cheer about.
Cook a little out of control. Kansas ball. And Suleiman grabs Wiggins.
No problem sending out tweets here today. No, I mean, this bill, I could send out my tweets with pictures. I had a picture of you. I wanted to send a tweet.
22 now for Wiggins. Hood has it taken away. Shot clock's turned off. And Kansas is going to beat Duke. Murphy fouls